Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you a true story of me, the user, and how I helped raise $200 for a local food bank, all while making what is potentially the single most craziest discovery of my life. It was a beautiful Saturday. The sun was shining, the birds were tweeting, and I was at the grocery store looking forward to a relaxing afternoon, picking out food for a picnic with my family. I went to the deli counter to pick up some ham and Swiss cheese, two of my favorite things. The only problem was, it was one of the busiest deli counters I've ever seen. There were so many people waiting in line, and I thought to myself, what have I gotten myself into? But since I had plenty of time, I decided to make the best of the situation and start striking up conversations with the people around me. The guy next to me had a really great sense of humor, and we ended up joking about how expensive bacon is these days and how bacon prices are starting to look like car payments. It was actually so funny that I laughed out loud. He responded by saying, "Tell me about it. These artisanal, gluten-free, cage-free, air-dried, hickory-smoked, thick-cut bacon slices cost me $38 a pound." We both burst out laughing again, and he continued, "At this rate, I'll be paying rent with my bacon grease." I wholeheartedly agreed. Suddenly the door opened, and the person who entered caused the line to stop dead silent. This woman, let's call her Karen, looked exactly how you would picture a Karen to look. Blonde highlights, a live, laugh, love tote bag, and a glare that could melt steel. She skipped the line without hesitation and marched up to the deli counter. Emily, the deli worker who was trying her best to handle the crowd, greeted Karen politely and asked, "Hi, what can I get for you?" But Karen didn't acknowledge Emily. Instead, she turned to the display and started berating the ham. "Oh my God! Why is it so blotchy? Is this supposed to be mold?" And before Emily could respond, Karen continued, "Listen, I demand low-sodium, organic ham, sliced exactly 0.1 inches thick, and I want it 5 minutes ago." I couldn't help but feel a surge of amusement at Karen's ridiculous demands. It was almost as if she expected Emily to read her mind. As Emily tried to explain that they'd be happy to slice the ham to her specifications, but it would take a few minutes due to the high volume of customers, Karen lost it. She yelled, "I don't care about your high volume. You should be accommodating me because I am obviously more important than all these other people." Emily remained calm and composed, but I could see the frustration building in her eyes. She tried reasoning with Karen, explaining that all customers were important to them, but Karen wouldn't budge. "You don't understand," Karen exclaimed. "I am the queen of this deli, and I want my ham processed immediately. Do you hear me? Immediately." At that moment, I reached my breaking point. How could someone be so rude and entitled? I had been observing the interaction from afar, enjoying the show, but I knew I had to step in, so I turned to Karen and said, "Ma'am, I understand you're upset, but maybe if you tone it down a notch, Emily can process your order faster." Karen turned to me with a look of pure venom. "Why should I listen to you?" she snarled. "Do I look like I have nothing better to do than entertain you?" I responded, "No, you don't look like you have anything better to do. You look like a monster." But deep down, I knew she wasn't a monster. She was just a frustrated customer who needed a little guidance. I turned back to Emily and said, "Don't worry about it. I'll handle this." With a wink, I turned back to Karen and said, "You know what? I think you're right. I do have nothing better to do. Why don't you let me buy your groceries for today and we can donate everything to charity?" Before Karen could respond, I turned to the growing crowd and announced, "Everyone here, let's make this woman's day special. Let's give her a donation that will change her life." The crowd loved the idea, and they started pulling out money. Karen looked shocked. She didn't understand what was happening. I told her, "For every minute you rant and rave, we'll give $1 to charity. You can keep ranting or you can accept our gift." Karen was torn. She wanted to continue her tirade, but she also didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to help others. In the end, she chose the latter. And as she walked out of the store with her groceries, I felt a sense of accomplishment wash over me. I had helped turn a negative experience into a positive one, and I knew that the money we donated would make a difference in the lives of those who needed it the most. I smiled to myself as I walked out of the store, feeling grateful for the opportunity to have made a difference in someone's life and save a potentially troubled soul. As I drove home, I thought about how proud I was of myself. I had used my quick thinking and charm to turn a potentially volatile situation into a positive one. I had helped raise money for charity and made a connection with a troubled soul. It was a feeling like no other. But what I didn't know was that my story was about to get even crazier. As I pulled into my driveway, I noticed a strange car parked in front of my house. I shrugged it off, assuming it was the wrong driveway. But then I checked my Ring doorbell camera and saw that the car had been there for hours. Confused and slightly concerned, I decided to investigate. I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, it was Karen. She looked different, almost unrecognizable without her sunglasses and Karen wig. "Can I help you?" I asked cautiously. "My name is Karen's real name," she said, extending her hand. "And I wanted to thank you for what you did today. I owe you an apology. I was wrong to treat Emily and the other customers so poorly." I shook her hand and said, "No worries, Karen. We all have bad days. But I'm glad you apologized. It means a lot." "Actually, I came here for another reason," she continued. "You mentioned donating to charity, right? Well, I wanted to know where you were planning to donate the money." I explained that I hadn't decided yet, but I was thinking about a local soup kitchen or homeless shelter. "Well, I'd like to match your donation," Karen said. "That sounds amazing," I replied, surprised by her generosity. "Thank you so much. It really means a lot." Karen smiled. "No, thank you, for showing me that even monsters can have a change of heart." And with that, she got into her car and drove away. I stood there watching her go, feeling a sense of gratitude and hope. I had made a new friend, helped raise money for charity, and saved a potentially troubled soul. It was a day I would never forget. As the days passed, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. The donations were collected, the charity received their generous gift, and Karen disappeared from my life. Yet I couldn't let go of the strange sense of purpose I had felt that day. Then one evening, while scrolling through social media, I stumbled upon a video that changed everything. The video was posted by a local news station, and it was about the Deli counter incident that I had been a part of. They interviewed Emily, Tom, and even some of the customers who had witnessed the event, and to my shock, they labeled me as the hero of the story. Overnight, I became internet famous. I received messages from people all over the country thanking me for my actions and inviting me to appear on talk shows. I was even offered a spot on a popular podcast. My life had taken a turn I never could have imagined. But amidst the chaos, I knew I had to stay grounded. I remained humble and thanked everyone for their support. I didn't do what I did for fame or recognition. I did it because it was the right thing to do. In the end, the experience brought our community closer together. We had faced a difficult situation and emerged stronger and more united than ever before. And as for Karen, well, I haven't seen her since that day. But I hope she found peace and happiness in her life. So there you have it, the time I saved a Karen and ended up becoming internet famous. It's a crazy story, but sometimes life has a way of surprising you. Thank you for listening, and until next time, remember to stay kind and open-minded, because you never know what adventures await you.